Hello everyone. Before we go ahead and begin your lecture, I just want to quickly go ahead and show you the ArthaPoint portal where all the courses would be available for the students. So what you have to do is, if you are a semester student, economic honors semester student, you have to go to courses.arthapoint.com_learn. And on this portal, you have to go ahead and go towards the end and you will find courses which will be related to Delhi University economic semester exam. The good news for all of you is that if you are a student who is basically doing semester one, then this entire course is going to be free of cost for all of you. So you can go ahead and notice that SEM 1 course, semester 1 introductory mathematical methods for economics, semester 1 introductory microeconomics, and semester 1 introductory statistics for economics. All three courses are free of cost for all of you. So you just have to go ahead and click on that subject. And after clicking on the subject, you will go ahead and you will see the entire course. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and I want to highlight that this year again, I am redeveloping the course for all of you because there was a request from many students that the entire course was in English and they wanted a mix of Hindi and English. They wanted some part in Hindi and some part in English. So I am revamping the course. So यहाँ पर, if you will go ahead and if you will be seeing the unit 1, it will be revamped unit 1 जिसमें Hindi plus English होगा. But if you will be going ahead and if you will be seeing unit 1 का chapter 2, this relation and function, continuity and differentiation, these are all from the previous year. So I'm going to ask the team to write in the bracket that these are your last year videos. If you have an upcoming midterm exam, you can definitely use these videos because ये same syllabus को cover करती हैं, just that they are made only and only in English. But if you want to go ahead and do it with me, then every day I am coming live on YouTube for Sem 1 students and we are doing the course again together जिसमें हम बहुत सारे numericals भी solve करने वाले हैं, बहुत सारी assignments देने वाले हैं, and I'm going to give you a lot of notes also, and we are going to make a very good course out of it. So make sure you come on the portal and you enroll for free. After this, you can go ahead and you can go to the next course, जिसमें हम introductory microeconomics की बात कर रहे हैं. Again, the same thing holds here also. The entire course is recorded, but the entire course is completely in English, जिसमें कुछ भी हिंदी फॉर्म यूज नहीं किया गया है. This is absolutely in English. And if you want कि हम इसको इंग्लिश में रिकॉर्ड करें, so I have already started this journey. इस बारी जो हम YouTube पे लाइव ले रहे हैं, it is a mix of Hindi plus English. So you can go ahead and you can look at the latest course also. Again, I'm going to go ahead and tell the team कि यहाँ पे वो chapter 4 onwards mention कर देंगे that this is the last year course in the bracket 2025 का course material है. The material is absolutely fine, कोई problem नहीं है. There has been no change in the syllabus. But since students wanted me to do it more interactive, जिसमें हम थोड़ा सा हिंदी भी include करें, they wanted more assignments, more quizzes and everything. So I am going ahead and working on that. Slowly you will go ahead and see कि यहाँ पे introductory MME में, introductory microeconomics में या introductory statistics में, you will also go ahead and notice कि इसमें कुछ assignments आ जाएंगी, कुछ tests आ जाएंगे, mock tests आ जाएंगे. We will do some marathons towards the end and हम इस course को fab course बनाने वाले हैं. So make sure that you go ahead and register right now and you stay with us till the end of this course. Right? Same goes for introductory statistics. Also बच्चे introductory statistics का ये रहा आपका पूरा course. As I said, the entire course is very much available on the portal. जितना syllabus है everything, but again it's completely in English. इसको we are trying to revamp, make it in English, plus add more assignments, add more notes to the course. Post this, anyone else who is appearing for the semester exam, Sem 3, Sem 5, सारे courses यहाँ पे available हैं. You can go ahead and go through it. But the good news for semester 3 students is that we have one free course for all of you as well. So you can go into the semester 3 advanced mathematical method folder and यहाँ पे we are going ahead and uploading the course already. हमने start किया है multivariate optimizations के साथ and we have already done 3 lectures and we are going ahead and adding more lectures to it as well. Similarly, for semester 5 also you can go ahead and you can notice certain courses जहाँ पे game theory and economic growth and development है. And here we also go ahead and we also have a course which is related to your IED, which I am thinking of going ahead and recording this time. इस बारी मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि मैं free of cost सारे semester 5 के students को दे पाऊँ. Apart from that, it is वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जैसे ये ड्यू के सेमेस्टर के इको ऑनर्स के कोर्स हैं, यहीं पे दिस ईयर वी आर गोइंग अहेड एंड वी आर एडिंग मोर कोर्सेज फॉर इको मेजर, इको माइनर. अगेन सेमेस्टर 1, सेमेस्टर 3 के कोर्सेज यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे इको मेजर माइनर के लिए एंड अ लॉट ऑफ देम आर गोइंग टू बी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. गो अहेड एंड एनरोल टू दिस पोर्टल राइट अवे. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, you can also go ahead and explore the portal a bit more. There are a lot of other free contents also available on the portal. आप जाके अपना कुछ free content portal पे देख सकते हो. Like for example, we have bridging the rigor. ये आपके अभी बहुत ज्यादा फायदे के लिए नहीं है. This is basically once you go and get admission in a good place for masters. तो अब कुछ मैथ्स का कंटेंट दिया गया है फॉर यू टू गो हेड एंड हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेल. We also did some workshop on Python for economics and finance by Arthapoint, so you can go ahead and have a look at that as well. कुछ और चीजें भी हैं बच्चे जो free of cost available हैं. So whenever you go ahead and find some time, make sure that you go ahead and have a look at the free content as well. We have certain UG course also, so make sure that you also go ahead and you also refer us to your friends. Okay, happy learning. You can go ahead and jump into this lecture right away after this video. Thank you. So in the last class, we had gone ahead and introduced the concept of budget constraint. हमने पढ़ा था कि budget constraint क्या होता है. Today, I want to go ahead and I want to talk about an important concept in this lecture, and that is going to be that of a composite code. देखो, first of all of you may go ahead and think कि ma'am, this is very impractical कि our consumption bundle only consists of two goods. हम हमेशा क्या बोलते हैं कि हमारा जो consumption bundle है, what do we say? That our consumption bundle, it only has two goods, x1 units of good 1 and x2 units of good 2. But this assumption of only two goods is far from any real world scenario. असली में सिर्फ दो गुड्स होना ये तो रियल वर्ल्ड सिनेरियो से बहुत ही अलग है. इट इज वेरी फार फ्रॉम एनी रियल वर्ल्ड सिनेरियो, राइट? सो यू मे गो अहेड एंड यू मे आस्क कि मैम व्हाट इज दिस? हाँ, व्हाट इफ वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन जस्ट टू गुड्स? तो देयर आर टू थिंग्स दैट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बेटा, we do this for the purpose of simplification. हमारा एम क्या है? हम मल्टीपल गुड्स के साथ भी डील कर सकते हैं. We can deal with n goods consumption bundle also. Good 1, good 2, good 3 till good n. We can deal with n good consumption bundle, but this will be very complicated to use. We just want to introduce a concept to you. हमें ये पता है कि expenditure on the goods has to be less than equal to income. So whether I talk about two goods or many goods, how does this matter? If there are two goods, I can write P1 x1 plus P2 x2 less than equal to income. If there are three goods, I can write P1 x1 plus P2 x2 plus P3 x3 less than equal to income. If there are n goods, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. We can write P1 x1 plus P2 x2 and so on plus Pn xn less than equal to income. I can simply extend this model to multiple goods. Why are we dealing with two goods? Because this is a simplified model to work with. But suppose, second, I tell you कि बेटा मेरा फोकस ना एक गुड पर है, राइट? जैसे आई वॉन्ट टू जस्ट फोकस ऑन द डिमांड ऑफ मिल्क. मुझे सिर्फ मिल्क के डिमांड पे फोकस करना. आई जस्ट वॉन्ट टू फोकस ऑन दैट. सो इन केस वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडिंग ओनली वन गुड, then the other good can represent everything else that consumer wants. For example, if consumer is interested in studying the demand of milk, अगर हम मिल्क का डिमांड पढ़ने में इंटरेस्टेड हैं, then what we can do beta? x1 can represent the quantity demanded of milk. x1 को हमने क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड ऑफ मिल्क रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया, एंड x2 कैन रिप्रेजेंट डिमांड ऑफ ऑल अदर commodities. समझे? x1 can represent the demand of milk and X2 can go ahead and represent the demand of all other commodities. बाकी सारा commodities का demand को मैंने X2 से represent कर दिया. So what will be this interpretation now? X2 can go ahead and represent the amount spent on other goods. Right? What X2 can represent? The dollar or the rupees or the amount that you are spending on other good. Because this is already in amount terms, beta. इसको पहले ही हमने पैसों के terms में लिख दिया, units की जगह. I am already writing this in the terms of amount. I am not writing this anymore in terms of unit. So therefore, price of amount is always one only. है ना? $1 का प्राइस $1 है, $2 का प्राइस $2 है. So price of amount is nothing. Price of $1 is $1 only. So now my budget constraint, it will look like this. P1 X1 plus X2 less than equal to income of consumer. ध्यान से समझो बात को. X1 represents the units of milk purchased. कितना मिल्क खरीद रही हूं मैं. P1 represents the price of each unit of milk. So P1 into X1 is my expenditure on milk. कितना खर्चा मैं मिल्क पे कर रही हूं. P1 X1 is my expenditure on milk. Now I can go ahead and I can say that X2 represents expenditure on all other commodities. X2 क्या हो गया कि मिल्क को छोड़कर, leaving milk aside, whatever I am spending on all other commodities, beta, that is X2. And then I have M here. And this M represents the income of consumer. M हो गया income of consumer. So now let me just go ahead and give you an example. देखो ध्यान से समझने की कोशिश करो. Example. Price of milk is 10 rupees. I am purchasing 5 units of milk. Income of consumer is 200. And I am saying find X2. Where X2 is what, beta? It is representing the money spent on all other goods. कितना पैसा मैं बाकी सारे goods पे खर्च कर रही हूं. The total money I am spending on all other goods, that is X2. तो देखो ध्यान से. I know P1 X1 plus, बेटा अगर मैं budget line पर हूं, if I am on the budget line, so P1 X1 plus X2 will be equal to income of the consumer. This equal to sign represents that my entire income is spent. Right? So what can I say, beta? 10 into 5 plus X2, bache, equal to 200. So X2 will be what, bacho? 200 minus 50, it means 150. So the amount I am spending on all other goods, that is 150. Okay. Now, X2 can be called as composite good. What can we call X2? X2 can be called as composite good. What is a composite good? Composite good represents all other goods except good one. Good one यहाँ पे क्या है? Good one is milk. So my demand of all other goods except milk, but that will be composite good. So please write down. Good 2 represents composite good. What is a composite good, beta? It shows demand for all other goods. जितने भी बाकी गुड्स हैं उन सबका डिमांड एक्सेप्ट डिमांड फॉर गुड गुड वन का डिमांड शो के वॉट एवर यू आर डिमांडिंग दैट इज composite good. Is this clear? So everything that you are spending except the money spent on good one उसको हम composite good बोल देंगे. I hope this is absolutely clear to everyone. ठीक है बेटा. Homework question, just try to go ahead and do this yourself. So suppose I tell you that good one represents the demand of popcorns. ठीक है बेटा. And I am telling you that each unit of popcorn costs P1. Write equation of budget line beta if X2 represents composite good. If X2 represents composite good. ठीक है. Very simple homework question बेटा. क्या बोला गया है? I am telling you good one represents the demand of popcorn. Good one का demand popcorn का demand है. Each unit is costing you P1. ठीक है. And you need to write the budget line where X2 is the composite good. ठीक है. I hope this concept of composite good is absolutely clear to you. Okay बेटा. Thank you.